Hey guys, wanted to pop in and chat with you guys a bit about the new Instagram algorithm changes. Just rocking out to Jay-Z, you know. Let me turn off my music just a minute. Okay, so as most of you have already heard, Instagram has changed its algorithms. Now, many of you are freaking out. You do not need to freak out, you guys. This is not anything that you need to just lay on the ground and cry over. Let me back up and tell you the changes that have happened. So in the past, when you posted in Instagram, it would show up in your followers' feed in chronological order. Whoever posted earliest or latest, it would always be in chronological order and show up in their feed. Now, Instagram has changed it just like Facebook works. So now they're taking more notice of what your followers are interested in. Now it's only popping up on what's more popular and what Instagram thinks your follower wants to see. So they're predicting what it is that people want to see based on their past actions. So if you have a follower that is highly engaged in your account and liking your photos and commenting on your photos, your posts are going to continue to pop up in their feed. They're always going to continue to be at the top of their feed, so when they log in next, you're there. On the contrary, if someone is what I like to call a ghost follower, where yes, they are following you, they are a real person, although they don't engage with you very often. So they may not like on your photos very often, they may not comment on your photos very often, but they still see your posts. Now it's changed that sort of person is basically telling Instagram that they are no longer interested in your account. So Instagram takes that like, oh, this person must not be interested because they're not engaging. So instead of having it show up chronologically, now it's showing up at the bottom of their feed. So someone who's not engaging with your brand or your feed, when you post, is going to be farther down on their feed because Instagram takes it that they're not that interested. Okay, so that is the change, and it's just like Facebook has been working. I'm sure many of you have seen very many posts, lots and lots of posts about turn on the push notifications with an arrow. Click here, and they have a circle to turn on push notifications for our brand so you'll see our post. I did not partake in that, and I'm sure many of you have noticed, and there's a specific reason why. The reason why is because I personally hate push notifications. I don't have them turned on for anybody because I think it's annoying. Can you imagine if somebody subscribes to 3 people's Instagram accounts and those 3 people are posting 3 times a day? How many push notifications are going to be sent to their phone? Nobody really wants that. It's not, so turning on a push notification does not make sure that your posts are showing up in their feed. It is only sending their phone a notification that you recently posted. So it doesn't really change the fact of the matter that the algorithms are still there. And most of the time, people are going to eventually turn off those post notifications because they're annoying. Nobody wants that. So like I said, I did not partake in that little riot going on with Instagram today and yesterday because I just don't think it's necessary. Let me tell you, you guys do not need to freak out. I noticed changes actually back in October that Instagram was already implementing, and I included that in the Instagram King course as of when I was creating it. So I don't know anyone in Instagram. I don't have a secret resource that told me this was happening. I just foreseen it coming. Facebook bought Instagram a few years ago, and I just knew eventually they were going to change it that way. So when I created this course, I created it in a way that would implement these changes. So now is the time for change, right? Change isn't always bad. Change can be good. We want people to engage with us anyways. So that's why our module about call to actions is so important. I have found for myself when I create a call to action, my engagement is 50% higher than if I don't create a call to action. Like I say in my module, most people want well, online people need to be told what to do, and if you give them a specific action, a lot of the times they're going to follow it. So if you're asking people to engage with you, here's the thing. Instead of posting something that says, turn on my push notifications, you can send a friendly post that says something like, if you love our brand and want to continue seeing it in your feed, just engage with us, like us when you see a post come up in your feed or pop up in your feed, and we will continue to pop up, and that's how you can support us. So that is the way that I'm going to go that route. Again, don't freak out. Nothing to cry over. Yes, it is a bummer that it's not chronological, but it just means we have to up our game, right? We just have to up our game and get better at this. And you guys are already a step ahead because you have Instagram to help you with that. Call to actions is important. Staying on brand is important. Scheduling, very important. So the entire module about scheduling, Iconosquare is a great source for that, but I am actually going to go through and create my own stats again, just like that workbook I created for you that gives you a space for you to keep track of your posts and figure out your best posting times. I'm actually going to go back and redo that for myself now that the algorithm is there. So I'm going to take 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm going to take stats of my posts, keep track of them, and then take stats and see now what are my best posting times, when am I getting more likes. So I recommend creating like an Excel spreadsheet, putting the post that you put, what time of day you posted, what day you posted, and put how many likes you got, how many comments, and then just take stats from there and then work off of that to create your new schedule. So that is the best way to go forward with this. Again, don't freak out, you guys. Don't freak out. I know many of you are, but it's really not that big of a deal. It just means we have to up our game and be very powerful with our brand now and get people to engage. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know. And happy Instagramming.